Well, first and foremost, let me tell you, if you're waiting for the market to crash again like it did in 2008, stop. That is not what's going to happen. What I'm hearing from sellers primarily right now is their fears that they're losing buyers and that the market's going to crash. Again, not going to happen. We're going to go back into a balanced market. We're going to be running about 3 to 3.5% growth over the next year, year and a half, and then we'll go into a normal real estate market.
Feels like it's stabling out. There's more homes on the market now. But there's still people out there buying.
What comes next in the real estate market is we're going into a balanced market. We're going to actually switch or shift to more of a buyer's market. We're going to see sellers offering concessions again. Prices are going to flatten out. They're not going to drop. Don't panic. They're going to flatten out. And the buyers that are back out there in the field at these current interest rates, which by the way, the interest rates are even less than inflation. So please don't let the interest rates freak you out right now.
Well, I do just agree that the interest rates have shocked people. So for the interest rates jumping up as much as they did, getting people pre-qualified, sometimes for less money since a higher interest rate. I think the initial shock is definitely there with the interest rates. I feel like payment was, of course, a lot less with a lower interest rate, but I feel that people are now starting to be buying again, and they're starting to buy again. Pre-quals, we're doing them every day, so the buyers are there. They have not stopped. So they're looking for houses, especially with sellers now giving some sellers concessions, which they weren't before. So that is a huge plus for buyers. I think the first concern still is the interest rates because of the jump and how it did it so fast. I feel like that's the one concern, and their payment. Most buyers are concerned, what is my payment going to be? And
one of the first things, absolutely, there's sticker shock with these interest rate changes. Buyers panicked, freaked out, thought, oh my gosh. But one of the first things I get when I get a buyer on the phone and we're trying to qualify them or get them started in the process, well, I don't think my credit's good enough. That's their first fear. And home prices are crazy. I'm going to wait for the market to drop. Again, I keep reiterating that market drop that everyone's waiting for. You may grow old and die waiting for that market drop. Inherently, no. It has to be one way or the other. Now, it can be very, very close to a balanced market, like I've mentioned before, where you've got your buyers are out there, sellers are out there, prices are where they should be, lots of buyers, so you have plenty of demand and you have plenty of supply.
I think it actually is a win-win right now. If it continued the way it was going, the house prices would most likely increase. So now that it's stabilizing because the interest rates are higher, you still get in that home at a stabilized price. Then once those interest rates drop again, then we can refinance you out of that, a lower interest rate, but you still have the house you love, got it for a good deal, seller paid you some concessions for buying down rate or your closing costs. So I believe it's a win-win, and I think it is actually balancing out for both sides. I think the mindset for a buyer at this point in time is your rate is temporary. That home that you're choosing is forever, or as long as you want it. So that rate that you guys are fearing right now, it can be changed. Buy the house you love, we can work on the rest later.
In regards to the way the market is currently, the shift going from a lack of inventory to a more normal inventory state, what we were telling buyers for a long, long time was please keep a very open mind. This may not be your forever home. This may be the one we can do right now because everything's crazy. Now that we're switching back, it goes exactly to what Missy said. You can start looking at that home and going, okay, great, this might be the forever home. I don't have to be as open-minded. I can be just a bit more picky and really, really go for what I want instead of going, this is what I can get right now.
And also not being outbid on these houses. You're not going in and being outbid as much as we were seeing before. So pretty much you're buying the house for what it's worth. You're not paying overvalue for these houses anymore.
That is so very, very, very true. The reduction in the buyer pool based on the interest rate increases has made it a much better proposition for you as a buyer when you're bidding on a home. Where before there were 10 people bidding on a home, now there's only 4 or sometimes 2. So you're not seeing that same kind of a bidding war. You're not seeing the prices being bid up and up and up. What you are seeing is an opportunity to get down, pick the house that you like, make an offer that's reasonable, and it'll be you against maybe 1 or 2 others, not 10 or 15 others. Yes.
Absolutely. I saw people settle for houses that they didn't want, but they wanted to be in a home so badly that they got these properties, and they paid probably way too much for them as well at the time. And they did settle. People settled for houses, I believe. But we can go from there. They can even use it as an investment property and buy another house for a primary. I believe the market is stabilizing. I believe it's the best of both worlds for the buyer and the seller.
I think we're seeing the market shift a little bit, like I said before, from a seller's market to a buyer's market. We are going to see pricing probably stay somewhat flat for the next several months. That will allow some of these buyers to requalify, reset, so to speak, and go back into the market. That will also give us some time for that sticker shock that those rate increases caused to settle down for people. Hopefully inflation will get itself sorted out, and then we'll go back into what we consider a normal market cycle, 3.5% per annum growth in the real estate market. And again, don't keep waiting for the crash. It's not coming.
So I just want to thank Curtis for coming and talking to me today. It's good to hear a real estate professional's opinion on the market. So when my buyers have questions, I'll know some new things to tell them.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to sit down and talk about these things, Missy, and it's been great kind of getting your perspective and hearing the same kinds of things that you're picking up from buyers.